They want to get rid of me. Therefore, I have decided to resign. Then Sohaili said, Your Majesty, if you resign, the whole country would be actually in turmoil, in deep turmoil. The sovereignty is not resigning. The cabinet should resign. And then he said that the Crown Prince, in a very childish way, told his father that, Father, let's go. They want to fly themselves and put us in trouble. پدر بیا بریم اینا میخوان خودشون از زیر بار کار درن ما رو بزنن تو هچل. This is what is said in the cabinet. This is the first time. And Princess Ashraf has, another anecdote that proves that. She says that in her memoir that because they were very afraid of the Russian forces to come to Iran. And for that reason, they played that game that they are coming to force Reza Shah to resign, and eventually they succeeded. And when they heard about the coming of the Russians, the Russians are coming. We don't know that. It was also a movie in the United States about that. Russians are coming to the United States. Now, they, at that point, said that when we heard that, he came to me and asked me that if they come, we have to commit suicide. I said, what's the suicide? Let's take the machine gun and fight with them. Let them kill us. Why we should commit suicide? And this is his type of personality. And then after the coup, so he got some confidence until 1960, got more and more, involved in controlling everything, and particularly after the White Revolution at that time, with the support of the United States, of course, he actually concentrated power at his own disposal, became an autocrat. So that is the situation. And then, during that time, when there's, the urban riots occurred, if it were not because Alam, a very powerful prime minister, Shah was almost resigning. It was Alam who went to him, and actually in his memoirs twice mentioned that. Because when, again, the revolution, some signs of revolution was coming, Shah told him that it appears that something like that time, during the Kennedy, it is the Carter time, because he was pressing for human rights. The same thing is happening in Iran. He said, Your Majesty, don't forget that. If we are powerful enough to stand and fight, and not losing our morale, no foreign powers can do anything to us. Just like during the Kennedy time. Do you remember, Your Majesty, if it were not because of your courage that you gave me the order to go and slap to the face of these guys, because you know what he did? What Alam did was this, And he said, yes, no one had that courage to give you that order. But the truth of the matter was that they, at that night, because I heard it with his deputy prime minister, Dr. Kani, told me that was happening at that night. 1962. Very important night. What's that?
1962.
62. Yeah. That's right, 62. You're right on it. Said at that night, he called all the commanders of the forces, gendarmerie, police, Savak, everyone, and of course army, all were there. And at that time, he said that Sabahud Malik, or General Malik, was, by the way, I knew him from distance, that he was a foreign educated general and a little bit, not a person to go and shoot to kill order. So he said that if this happened, that happened. He said, General, right now, if you want to question my order, actually he assumed the commander-in-chief acting commander-in-chief role in that meeting and the next few days. Alam did. And he called the Shah and asked for that power to be actually something like acting commander-in-chief in front of all these guys, and told the Shah, if I succeed, I'm going to smash them. If I won't succeed, you accuse me of killing people and doing that and just
Sacrifice.
execute. So this is what's happened. And then he told General Malik, if you want to do this, go right now to your gendarmerie headquarters and ask your deputy to take over. At this time, we don't need that kind of commanders. So it was actually a notice to the other commanders. He gave himself personally shoot to kill order to the commanders, and they went, and during the 15th of Mordad, actually they didn't kill that much. They made the stories. The truth is that I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, always 1%. But that the number was 100. Only 100 were killed that night. Now after the revolution, they declared that it was 15,000. Was it 15th of Mordad? 15,000 people were killed. It was
between 100 to 300
What's
maximum. 100 to 300 پزشک قانونی said 100 to 300 maximum.
In Muzai Mordad, no. No. Because at that time, they went to the families of the people who were killed. They found almost 100. This is what a committee with Ali Khani, Sattar Farman, a guy from the Turkish guy, in the bazaar was very respected. No. Anyhow, it was a Turk. There was a Turkish guy, very powerful, influential in the bazaar, respectful. And they made a committee to go and find out about those people who were, the families of those who were killed. They found them, and then, because there is one thing about the Shah's period, that no one who were killed, despite all the declaration later, after the revolution, everyone who were killed, even in the streets, clashes with the police, the guerrilla forces, they were buried, they were registered, buried in certain places, but it was secret. They were registered in a secret one. So I know that for a fact. So this is, what was the situation. Anyhow.
When did Alam die? When did Alam die?
2 years before revolution.
2 years before revolution. If he were not,
Cancer.
maybe revolution started. Okay. But anyhow, the regime was, and this is what the Shah had done. And then the next time it was during the revolution. That always, every day he called, these ambassadors, asked them, to let him go.
Okay. Wonderful, fascinating stories, and